The problem is, as teenagers, we think relationships are just, I love you, hugs, kisses, and cuddles, and that's about it. And it really isn't, eh? Now, the question is, what is a relationship? A relationship, I'm gonna say overall, a relationship is just a partnership between two people and they decide to spend time together, intimately, casually, etc. But why do we get into relationships? It dates back to the beginning of time, man. Most people get into relationships to find their partner for life, just finding companionship. That's usually the main reason for getting into a relationship. But the problem is, we think relationships are as they portray them in the movies, just happily ever after, and then, you know. However, relationships come with a lot. Like, it's a lot more serious than most people may think. You're basically allowing a whole other person who lives in a whole different world from you into your world, giving them the power to be able to change minute details in your world. However, teenagers usually get into relationships because of lust. They just feel like, oh, you're so bad, I want to get into, I want you, boy, I want you, this, that, and the third. And then they just think, I'll just say I love you and then call it a day. We love each other, let's just call it a day. What? How do you guys think? Like, I used to think like this too. Unfortunately, love it or hate it. This person looks attractive. Get to the point where I say I love you, and then that's it. And then the relationship's just supposed to go smooth sailing. People get into relationships looking at a person for what's good about them, and then they usually ignore what's bad or what they wouldn't really like in the relationship. And that's why a lot of relationships have problems in the future, because you didn't even take the time to get to know the person that you're getting into a relationship with. And teenagers just love doing that. It's just, I'm sure the average teenager has been in about 5 relationships throughout the past 2 years, which is hectic if you ask me. 5 is mad. Some even more. Some people jump from relationship to relationship, but that's a whole different reason to why they do that. In my opinion, I think relationships should be, instead of giving 50-50 into the relationship, I think we should just be giving 100-100. We should both have our own goals, and we should both be self-sustaining to the point where when we come together, we don't come together because we need each other. We come together because we want each other in each other's lives, because we make each other's lives simpler. That's what I think a relationship usually should be. We have qualities that complement each other, make the relationships flow, you know? And it takes a lot to like find that, because nowadays teenagers, they just have this fixation on followers. They just have this, like, I call it let's just say social currency. It's the amount of followers that someone has, the clothes that they wear, or how many relationships they've been in, how many people find them attractive, etc. As teenagers, we love to determine people's value based on materialistic things, like the things that I've just listed previously. However, the reason why I don't get into relationships is because, sure, the physical part is there. I'm not saying the physical part doesn't matter. It will always matter. However, what's behind the physical part? Me, I want my meal to taste good and look good. That's how I'm picky like that. And that's how everyone should be. Everyone should have their requirements and standards for relationships. Like, everyone should be able to talk with each other and compromise on certain qualities that they have. And that's a thing that we've lost nowadays, the compromisation. Do you know what the problem with teenagers nowadays is? Teenagers all think they're the shit, and that's a problem. That's what I think it's a problem. We all think we're the center of the universe because of the culture that we've been fed by TikTok. Like, I'm him. That phrase, you've heard it before. I'm him. No, I'm him. I can have any day of the week. I'm him. I'm just him. I'm him. Chief, you're not him. You're not him. What makes you him? The fact that you just said I'm him, and now that's the day done and dusted. Now you're him. Come on, boy. Think better. Think bigger. Try to actually live in the world that you're in. Look around you. People have emotions, people have feelings. You don't always have to be the center of the universe. Getting back to why I don't get into relationships is a lot of the girls my age, I'll say my age, it's the reason why I don't really have an interest. I'm not saying this as a flex. However, I don't usually have an interest for girls my age. I like depth in character. I like substance. I like that kind of stuff. I like to see if a girl has integrity. And one main requirement for me in a relationship is if my girl is open to learning, because I'm always learning new things and I love to teach. Why not teach my girl? However, if my girl is just then I know that this relationship is not gonna go anywhere. That's just one of the few requirements that I have. I have standards and requirements. That's the thing. That's a thing that we've lost as teenagers as well. Even as guys, I'll even say that I'm speaking on behalf of guys nowadays too. You guys have lost all of your standards and requirements. It's sad to see, to be honest. You guys are not able to actually view yourselves and think, damn, I love this guy. You're not able to see the amount of value that you have as a person. Everyone has their role to play in this world. Girls and guys have their specific strengths and weaknesses. That's what makes us special. That's what makes us humans. That's what makes a relationship so unique. Because you take these qualities and form one nice partnership based on your strengths and weaknesses. Relationships are not as easy as you guys make them to be. They're extremely complex because they involve people and human emotions. That's all I have to say. If you have something to say, I want to hear your opinion down below. What is a relationship to you? This has been Thoks, over and out.